Welcome to the video blog. I'm Doug Simon of DS Simon Productions, and we're here at the IABC Measurement Conference. My special guest, one of the speakers, Kevin Bishop, and he's head of brand for all of IBM worldwide. Welcome to the video blog.
Hi, glad to be here.
Great. Now, you spoke about how you, instead of taking the 100th anniversary of IBM as just a celebration to pat yourselves on the back, you actually turned it into a strategic initiative moving forward. What brought that thinking about?
It's a pretty big thought, but when you have 100 years of history, you have the chance to say a little bit about yourself. So we wanted to make it an educational lesson for people, and we wanted to make sure we drew on the history of the past to be relevant to the future as a strategic objective. So what are the subjects that matter today, and can we demonstrate that from our past history, we're really the people that make a difference with the things that matter to people in the world now.
Now, you wrapped up with sort of a great summary of 6 key points to keep in mind when you're launching an initiative. Why don't you take us through that in the thinking?
So we do think it's really important to start with the strategic intent for what you're doing. If you're clear on the strategic intent, you've got to be clear who all the constituencies are that you need to make that possible, which is often not just your own customers, it's their customers as well, partners, suppliers, different sorts.
And in your case, many of the people do just live in the world and touched by what you do.
Yes, in our case, whilst we sell to other businesses, we work with the hospital for the benefit of the patient, or we work with the transport authority for the benefit of the passenger. And we want the passengers to understand this and the patients to understand this just as much as we want our own clients to understand this.
Great. Now, deep content's next.
You have to have substance behind what you do. In today's transparent world with all the social media there, if what you actually do doesn't live up to what you say, everybody will know. So deep content that evidences that what you do is right is central to anything.
So what do? You've got the deep content. What's next?
Well, you pick your media plan in a way that's relevant to all of the constituencies, but then you've really got to work each element of the media for what it's good for. So films can be very powerful for quick delivery of information, but with a powerful emotional content. A meeting is a place really to drive dialogue between people, so let's use it that way. If you want to use the web, make sure you produce things that are designed to be shared, because that's what people do on the web, is to share content. So you've got to work every media really hard for what it's uniquely good at.
Now, you talk about driving content to people and between people, creating this interaction. It can be so difficult for a corporation, if you will, to become human. You're not just pushing content. How do you do that?
Well, you do have to humanize the story, and it's about keeping things at the human scale always, so that the stories that you tell are about people, and the people you tell them with are about people too. We have a great piece, I hope people will look at it. It's had about 1 million hits so far, called 100 by 100, and it's 100 IBMers, each from the year in which they were born, talking about something from that year. It's incredibly personal, very moving, and it's on YouTube, very easy to find. You can add your own comments to it, as many, many people have done.
Right. Now, the centennial, obviously that had a broad tail to it and a bright future. Very often organizations have initiatives that they think are much shorter term, and it's like, okay, let's do it and move on. Is that a mistake?
We think it is a mistake. We think if you're on something with strategic intent, then you need to make it last for the long term, and you need to make it connect with all the people you want around the world. So we tried to mobilize our 400,000 plus employees to do that, actually to do work in their local communities using their professional skills. So if you were a lawyer, we wanted you to do legal work with somebody. If you were in marketing, to help a not-for-profit build a more effective marketing plan. And then the company gave money in support of the organizations that IBMers chose, that IBMers put time into. And by actually doing something, it has a lasting impact.
Yeah, and
I
thought that was a great idea, to bring the talent to bear that people have developed on their initiatives, on their support. Not just saying go out, support, and have fun, which is a wonderful thing to do, but can we create a multiplier by using the smarts that we developed that help our business here? Now, final thought, I loved your sort of I guess you referred to the idea of the tree versus the shadow, and I know it comes from Abe Lincoln, as you shared with me, but your interpretation of it, what it means for organizations in terms of what they do as a business and how they promote it.
Yes, we like this analogy of the tree and the shadow. You can look up Abraham Lincoln's quote around it, but for us the idea is that the tree is the real thing and the shadow is just the image. And if you want to manage a brand, you have to work on the health of the tree, because you've got a good healthy tree, it'll always look beautiful in photographs, it'll have a great reputation, people will come and look. If all you do is take clever photographs one afternoon, the tree's going to wither and die. So managing a brand is about managing the health of the tree, and then the shadow looks after itself.
Great. Thanks so much for your wisdom and for being here.
It's a pleasure. Very good to speak with you.
Great.
Thank you.